This is without a doubt the angriest Kong has ever been. In the newly released second season of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, ignorant humans have ultimately invited catastrophe, releasing Titan X, a monster whose power far exceeds both Kong and Godzilla. As Titan X vanishes into the depths, Kong strikes the water in fury, letting out a deafening roar at the humans. Congratulations on catching this premiere while your phone is at 7 battery. The second season of Monarch Legacy of Monsters is finally here. As the story begins in a bid to rescue their companion trapped in the other world, group of 4 speeds across the water in a boat, heading toward the massive storm cell surrounding Skull Island. Hiroshi's analysis shows the island's unrest is causing the storm to close in much faster than anticipated. They have a window of less than 6 hours left. Navigating cautiously through the dense jungle, they are suddenly interrupted. Hearing a noise, they quickly dive for cover. Looking toward the sound, they see a pterosaur being hunted. Scavenger Titan mauls the pterosaur to death. Before they can even react, it circles back and lands right beside them. The group is paralyzed with fear, but luckily, they aren't its intended prey. After devouring a giant grub, it simply flies off. Shaken but determined, the 4 push onward, only to encounter something even more terrifying. We gotta go back at Z. The only way, but right in front of them lies a sleeping Kong. The 4 of them carefully creep past, terrified that the slightest sound might wake the Titan. But Kate is so transfixed by Kong that she loses track of her footing. The snap of a branch fails to wake Kong, but it causes him to shift in his sleep, narrowly avoiding being crushed by his massive hand. Kate and the others press on, finally reaching their destination. This is a ruined Apex facility. Previously, it was here that Hiroshi rescued his daughter Kai. This device, capable of opening a temporal rift, is the key to rescuing their companion Shaw, but the equipment lost power. Due to Kong's previous destruction, Kentaro decides to go start the backup generator, while Hiroshi and Kate stay behind to continue repairs. Kentaro quickly locates the backup generator, but the sound of it cranking to life attracts the attention of nearby monsters. The creatures track the human's scent, closing the distance rapidly. Hiding behind a cabinet, Kentaro devises a plan. He tosses his flashlight aside to distract the monster, allowing them to escape from the other side, though the creature soon gives chase. They get out. In a narrow escape, the 2 manage to kill the monster. Meanwhile, their companion Shaw, surviving alone in the jungle, encounters a boar-like Titan covered in tusks and ready to charge. Shaw reaches for his hip, armed only with a dagger. On the other side, Kentaro and the others return to the ruined base to rejoin the team, but Hiroshi hesitates to press the start button. At that moment, 2 helicopters arrive to intercept them. Hiroshi explains that when they rescued Kate, they had tested for over a year under ideal conditions, but clearly, current conditions are far from ideal. But Kate refuses to give up. Shaw saved her life once, and she won't leave him behind, stranded in another world. As the helicopters land, the newcomers urge the 4 to evacuate immediately. If we don't get off this island in 10 minutes, we're never getting off. I just need a few minutes. Okay, come on. Kate, wait, if you open that rift again, you have no idea what kind of threat you could unleash. Kate, remembering how Shaw had risked everything to save her, resolutely turned and flipped the switch. The resulting fluctuations immediately caught Kong's attention as a massive energy pillar erupted into the sky. The temporal rift was forced open, and the craft was pulled into the void. On the other side, the creature facing Shaw suddenly fled in terror. Shaw instantly sensed danger and rushed to investigate. The beast had indeed awakened. Shaw scrambled to close the hatch, but it was jammed by a creature. After clearing the obstruction, he quickly powered up the craft. Despite the extreme risk, this was his only chance to return to the surface. Following the Titan's trail, he charged into the rift's energy pillar. Back on the surface, the team prepared for an immediate evacuation. The Titan was already clawing its way out of the temporal rifty, its massive form materializing within the pillar of light. Moments later, Shaw's craft also emerged back into reality, but as he opened the hatch, an enraged Kong loomed over them. Everyone feared the angry Kong was about to unleash his wrath on them, but after a brief pause, Kong shattered the energy launcher with a single blow. The rift was closed, but the damage had already been done. Seizing the moment, the group scrambled toward the helicopter to escape. As if sensing a dark secret, Shaw spoke up. You probably should have left me back there as they flew off. Kong glared at the humans and pursued them with a thunderous roar. As Titan X plunges into the ocean, Kong is powerless to stop him. He strikes the water in fury, turning to roar at the helicopter. This time, they have truly unleashed a catastrophe.